Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another English online lesson. Today's topic is English across the curriculum, environmental studies, oil. All right, so the first thing we have to do is to read the text. Are the statements true or false, or doesn't it say? So, since I don't trust you to read it on your own, I will read it for you, okay, boys and girls? But I think it would be best if you read the text on your own. So, it's called black gold. Without it, our cars and lorries wouldn't move. Aeroplanes wouldn't fly. We wouldn't have most of the plastics that are used in everything from clothes to computers. A lot of medicines and other chemicals couldn't be made. The modern world would be very different without oil. Oil was formed millions of years ago in the sea. When animals and plants died, their bodies fell to the bottom of the sea and they were buried by sand and mud. As more and more layers were added, rocks were formed. The bodies were crushed and heated by the rocks and oil was formed. Slowly, the oil soaked up through the rocks. If it met a layer of harder rock, it was trapped. Over time, a pool of oil was formed. Oil has been used for thousands of years. People used it for lamps. They also used tar for making boats and other things waterproof. However, it wasn't until the car was invented at the end of the 19th century that oil became very important. Drilling for oil can be dangerous, as it's often found in difficult places, in deserts, under the sea, and in very cold parts of the world, like Alaska and Siberia. The oil that is taken out of the ground is called crude oil. It contains many different products, so it can't be used until it has been refined. The crude oil is taken by tanker or by pipeline to a refinery. Here, it's heated in tall tanks to separate the different products. When it's heated, the lighter products, such as petrol and kerosene, rise further up the tank. The heavier products, such as tar, engine oil, and diesel oil, stay nearer the bottom. Each product is removed at a different level and then cooled. After the oil has been refined, the different products are taken away by road, rail, or by sea. The kerosene will be taken to airports for airplane fuel. Petrol and diesel oil will be taken to petrol stations. Other products will be taken to factories where they will be made into plastics, synthetic fibers such as nylon, fertilizer, medicines, and household products such as detergent and paint. Sooner or later, however, the oil will start to run out, and we won't have cheap oil anymore. How will we replace all the things that is used for now? Okay, so are the statements true or false, or doesn't it say? So pause the video and do the task. You can do it as an oral task, so you just read it, tell me if it's true or false, or it doesn't say. Correct the false statements if you are able to. So please pause the video and do the task. Okay, so now that you've done the task, let's look at the correct answers. So, oil was made from trees, that's false. Oil wasn't used before the car was invented, false. Crude oil is used in cars, false. Oil is refined by heating it, true. Airplanes use kerosene, true. And nylon is made from oil, true. Okay, now let's do task 2. Put the sentences in the correct order to explain how oil was formed. So you do this task, you pause the video, write the sentences into your notebooks, take a photograph and send it to your teacher. So hopefully you've done that. Let's look at the correct order. So animals and plants died. The bodies were buried by sand and mud. Layers of rock were formed. The bodies were crushed and heated by the rocks. oil was formed. The oil was trapped by harder rocks. So that's the correct order. Okay, so you take a photograph and send it to me. Now find these things in the text, record them as a voice message and send it to your teacher. Find these things in the text, 2 places where oil is often found, 2 ways of transporting oil, 2 heavy oil products, 2 lighter oil products, 2 materials made from oil, and 2 household products made from oil. I forgot to tell you, all the unfamiliar words that you have here, and believe me, you do have unfamiliar words, be responsible, make notes, and write them into your notebooks. Then take a photograph and send it to your teacher. So what oil products can you see around you at the moment? Record your answer and send it to me. Okay, let's look at task 5. Listen, you will hear someone talking about the problems that oil can cause. What 4 problems does he mention? So you do this task orally as well. So tell me which 4 problems does the text mention, does the person mention. Let's listen.
Page 65. Exercise 5. Oil is very important to us, but it can cause problems. Firstly, it causes problems when it is transported. Oil tankers sometimes sink. Then beaches are polluted by the oil and a lot of animals are killed. Secondly, when oil is burnt in car engines and other places, a lot of greenhouse gases are produced. This is increasing global warming. Thirdly, the materials that are made from oil are difficult to recycle, so a lot of rubbish is created. Finally, at some time in the future, the oil will all be used up. There will be wars as countries fight to get the last bits of oil.
Ok, u nastavku vam želim reći da ću vam u opisu videa staviti poveznicu na jedan kratak Who Wants to be a Millionaire quiz koji onda riješite kao dodatak. Ok, dakle, this is where we finish this unit. Please do the tasks, read and talk in these talking tasks, okay? Of course, since you're 8th graders, you have tasks in your workbook. So let's look at what you have to do here. All right, so this is it. So please do tasks 50, pages 50 and 51, okay? So it's not much, it's just writing letters and you see putting X's and ticks in tasks, so I think it's quite easy. Dakle, nemojte zaboraviti da u opisu ovog videa vam šaljem i poveznicu na jedan online Who Wants to be a Millionaire quiz sa samo 5 pitanja. Until next time, goodbye children.